It was gosh, it had been a while since we had used that.
It allows for the fuel cleaner, the 44K fuel cleaner, and the maintenance kit.
Let's see. Did we get oh, it's still going. Setting up your meeting today.
Today, June.
I don't see.
And we're off. Redirecting. We have redirected. There we go. We
Oh,
pop out this
one of
chat.
my.
You are being live streamed.
We
What's going on?
are back. What, welcome. Chicken, beef, steak, or pork? Um, right there, I
Put it in
guess.
the chat.
Likely.
Where'd the chat go? Oh, here we are. It was covered up. Would you look at that? I figured it out. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Again, we were on hiatus last week. Just didn't have time to sit down for the live stream chat with you all and talk trucks, which is what we do. It's what makes time travel possible in this hectic world of our lives, and nothing like to settle it down with a pink taco Tuesday and some HS Motorsport stuff putting on your 6.7. Which is
Aaron, you
something
got quiet.
you can't hear me?
It's
It got
very
super
low.
quiet.
Really?
Yeah, like it went to
Um,
your headset.
all right, let's see. Let me unplug.
There
There
it
you
goes.
go.
No. Does that sound any better?
Good.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, cool. Um, yeah, so like I said, we are going to be doing some HSM stuff tomorrow. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about, what is poking me on my arm? One of the things we're going to be talking about is Ford's just now, no S, Ford has just now announced, it was earlier this week, that they are now going to be approving the use of BG products on your Ford vehicle. So if you go to the dealership, they may have some services that do for your maintenance. Ford Customer Service Division has partnered with BG Products Inc. to offer newly selected Motorcraft chemicals for enhanced service on Ford Lincoln vehicles. Dealer participation in the new Motorcraft BG chemical marketing program is recommended, and the parts are now available for ordering. So they actually have a Ford part number. It says Motorcraft BG. You know what? Why don't we do you have a wasabi? Do you have a way to screen share that? Do we have that EFC hold up?
Bam. Bam.
Boom. Here we go.
That should be
This
it.
is what you guys want to check out. Um, I don't know if this is something that gets added in to the crankcase or the fuel system, or if you have to use those tanks. Remember the tanks we used to use, hang it from the hood latch or the hood striker,
Throttle,
and one
throttle
went
body
into the
cleaning.
deduction. Yep. Throttle body went into the deduction. What's up, BP? And the other one we would dump into the fuel system, uh, um, into the fuel tank. So I have not done one of those in quite some time. And I know that for diesels, do we have injector cleaner? Yeah, we have arch oil that we've been putting in the fuel tank. What's the deal with the BG 44K fuel system cleaner? Um, I mean, let's see what that says here. It says the details. Um, well, let's see here. Details. Follow along here on the screen. The local BG Products representative will be visiting your dealership to announce and explain the program. The first line of products to be offered are fuel system. The first line of products to be offered are fuel system cleaning products. So is that leaving it open that we're gonna have more for different fuel, different lubrication systems on the vehicle? Um, these products are going to be designed to help maintain the vehicle performance so that it can be compromised. So vehicle performance that can be compromised due to fuel deposits. These products have been tested by Ford Engineering and deemed safe for use as an enhanced service on Ford Lincoln vehicles. Dealers commonly use these products to grow business within the service and parts department. So is this something you go in for an oil change and they're like, we need to do this. You go in for a broken window and you come out with a $3,000 repair tag. It could have been very well needed, but I kind of don't like that wording right there. Fuel products and the associated specialized service processes are specifically developed for Ford Lincoln vehicles to help reduce the negative effects of lost combustion chamber efficiency and help restore engine performance. These products align with recommended oil change intervals and can be presented to the customer during those visits as an enhanced service. So, what are we going to offer the customer, like oil change A and oil change B? Oil change A, lube oil filter, and enhanced, just what I said, and the additives or whatever we're going to dump into the fuel system. What else does it say? As the program matures, additional products will be added. Dealers will earn loyalty points through the parts department, and Ford Pass points can be utilized by the customer to buy this stuff. Dealer incentives associated with the BG product part numbers will be continued to be offered under the Motorcraft part numbers, and these incentives will be administered by BG products at the dealership level. So what that means for you guys, really nothing. What that means for us as the technicians when we were in the institution, what that meant was when the BG guy came through that, I think it was like once a month or something, he would go around to each technician. Back in the day, we would have these cans, and in the bottom of the can was a little token, and we would save all these tokens, put a little zip tie through them, and all right, here's my tokens for the month. And each one of those tokens would, I don't remember what it was, $1.50 or $3. It was a spiff for, using the product, selling the product. Uh, if you was on the ticket that you were associated with, then you would get that spiff. Um, this program uses proprietary chemicals, equipment, and training available only at Ford dealerships. Bullshit. BG support. Looks like they have a whole bunch of reps that can be contacted. I don't know if you're going to be able to go walk right into the parts department and say, "Hey, can I get PM44A and PM30K?" They're going to be like, what?" Since it's so new, but it doesn't negate the fact that it is out there and available for your truck, but it doesn't specify anything in there for diesel. I do know for a fact they have a diesel kit. I was talking with a rep down at the South Shop, and he had mentioned to me that the three they have is one is goes into the oil. You dump it in pre-oil change. You let it run for about 30 minutes, and this would be the enhanced maintenance service, I guess. When you come and say, "Hey, I want oil change A, oil change B," and you run it through, drain the crankcase out, and then you fill it up with if the 6.7 is 13 quarts, or if you have the 23 plus trucks, so you got 15 quarts, you're going to fill it up with 14 quarts or 12 quarts, and you're going to dump in there. Hey, dogs. Hey. They are going to dump that into the crankcase, filling up the last quart with the BG product, and then one goes into the fuel tank. So he had made mention that they had good success with it, and then I had just this dropped on my lap, like BG and Ford, they just got into coots and is actually allowing, or I don't want to say promoting, I guess promoting maybe.
I've used the diesel one. It works on the 7.3s.
Yeah, they were pushing that stuff back in the mid 2000s. That's exactly when I remember JM Synthetics 100%. Them hanging tanks, hook up the the airline and the little fogger, mosquito fogger into the throttle body. And then sometimes that stuff would pool in excuse me really quick. Hold on. These freaking animals. And they would pool up, and then you'd have to go drive the vehicle after, after you get done. And this thing would smoke so bad, man. I mean, bad. It was pretty nasty. Oh, here they are right here. Oh, you do have to use it. Oh, BG Platinum. Okay, it's even got the Motorcraft container. I'll be damned. Look at that. Today's high pressure, high heat engines demand clean combustion chambers, fuel injectors, intake valves, fuel and other oil variables contribute to carbon buildup inside the engine. That the equipment formulated, okay. Effective in all gasoline. Hey, baby, we got to talk about diesel. Maybe not through Motorcraft, but I am 100% sure through BG, there is
The
stuff
44K looks like you can
like
use
this.
it or buy it over the counter.
Stop. Go. Get up. Knock it off. Get out of here. Man, wait. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask you guys right here, because we're live. Got 103 of you guys watching. Brick Boy CEO Tom Jubb. What would you guys do? Are you up for this? If you got a gasser, if you have a diesel, you probably have a gasser in your fleet. It's gotta have the gasser. Would this be something you'd use? My HO 67 16 quarts isn't full. Really? I've been dumping 15 in them. Anyone else is 23 24 whole greater than 15 quarts, 16 quarts in the middle of the hash there? Really? Interesting.
To
Interesting.
be
Hey,
honest
so
with you,
what? Mm-hmm.
BG works good. Like you said, it puddles up inside there. The Amsoil Power Foam works 10 times better. It's just the can, you spray it and it foams up
You spray it where?
in the throttle body
Really?
with it running. Yeah.
Really?
Works 10 times better. Dude, I've done so many videos on that. The throttle body looks brand new when I get done.
Diesel?
Hello.
The Power Foam does not
Hello.
work on the diesel. They're actually trying to formulate one for it.
Hello. Rain Man Ray just dropped in here. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. He has a lot more a lot more experience with the BG stuff. With
So
the fuel
it
system
works good. Don't
cleaners.
get me wrong.
What do you think about that, Ray?
It works fantastically when used properly.
Properly as
Yeah.
in
Follow the
how?
directions on the can,
Okay.
but it does exactly what they say it's going to do. So the catch with the BG stuff is knowing what it will do and what it won't do. And my 2 cents worth, it's more of a let's prevent our valves from carboning up before we try to clean our valves after they've carboned up. So it's kind of something you want to get on board with like as soon as possible. And Aaron just dipped out.
Yeah, these dogs are freaking going crazy out here. What is your
And it's
problem?
funny, Nikki came by today and
Did he?
he
Too
let me
funny.
use, yeah, I was chatting with him and he's like, hey, we just got on board with Ford and
Oh my
Motorcraft and this
God,
and that. And I
that's
was like,
so
man, you guys are taking over the world. First GM with Delco, and now you're getting Motorcraft. But good
like
on them.
that's what we were just talking about. That's
Yeah.
so funny that he came in today.
Oh, that's cool. Yep. But
I
no, for real,
wanna.
it's I've been using BG products in the dealerships since 2009, I think is when I first was exposed to it.
I want to
And
check it out. I want to check it out. I'm gonna call him and see if he can hook up with a rep up here that I was dealing with.
I'm sure you'll find somebody nearby.
Why BG? Why now?
Why now? BG Products has helped, yeah. Mm-hmm. BG designed enhanced. BG products and services are only performed at Ford dealerships by trained technicians. Products are co-branded. Really? Ford Engineering endorsed. I like it. More applicable due to GDI engine technology. BG Products has strong presence in the market. Yep, 1,500 dealers use BG Products a day and being penalized in rim factors. I don't know what that is. BG Products has 800 field reps from dealer-facing distributors who provide necessary training and tools at no cost. We just need the tools. Training also available electronically. Perfect.
Fun fact, they will give you the machines if you're a dealership.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I had to buy my machines, but if you're a dealership, they won't give them to you, but they'll consign them
Lease them
or
to you.
loan them to you. It's just part of the whole little dealio, I guess.
Like you say machine as the tanks you're hanging from the hood, right?
Yeah, the delivery devices, the exchange machines, like you have a differential machine, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like so if you'll let's say you're a dealership and you go and say, "Hey BG, I want to do BG differential services," and you agree to sell their product as like your first choice or whatever, they will just kind of let you use the machine for those purposes. Yeah.
Okay, so you're helping yourself, you're helping market it, you're using their stuff,
Yeah,
promoting
exactly. Yeah.
whatever. Okay. What are the cans that you dump the stuff into? Is it like is it plastic, resin, like in canisters? Are they metal?
Oh,
You know,
all the product cans are metal. They're like a pop top, like the old
no,
soda
I'm
can.
saying,
Yeah.
what do you pour them into? Are you pouring them into like a canister that you're hanging from the hood?
Yeah, like if you're talking about like the fuel delivery services, like for the
Yeah,
carbon, there's a couple of different kinds. They do have a metal one. The one for the diesels is I think it's Lexan plastic, like it's see-through,
yeah,
because you don't
okay.
want to run it dry on fuel. And since when you
Mm-hmm.
do the diesel system on it, you detach your fuel system and just run it strictly on the product that goes in the delivery device. So you've got to be able to watch that and make sure you don't run your pump and your injectors dry. So that they've got a few different types that you can deliver the product with.
Wow, yeah, that's been a minute since we used
I still
that.
have mine.
Do you
I
really?
still have my
Oh
delivery
wow,
device. Yeah, my delivery device. Yeah.
wow,
They're not
wow.
cheap,
That's
man. Those I bought mine for the GDI engines, and I think it was like $280 for the metal
was it
can
really?
with the
Yep.
Oh
regulator on
wow.
it,
I
the little
bought
hose. Yep,
Yeah, I bought mine back in 2015, 2016. It was like $280.
yep,
Two 250, 280, something like that. It's about this tall. And you
yep.
connect the hose to it, and it has the long hose that connects in the throttle body with the little
With the little
where it sticks
swirly
in.
thing on the end with the little mister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like a S. So
yeah.
like you can hook it to the throttle body and put the air tube back on. But it's got different connections to it too. So I still have it
What
sitting in my toolbox. Haven't used it since 2016.
what what it was just on the tip of my tongue. What are you doing with the pre-foam? So is that just something you're doing every time it comes in for an oil change or a PM service? Like are you letting it eat the whole can?
The
Are we
power foam?
talking? Are we talking about the EPR stuff, the stuff you pour into the oil?
Well, Bearded Fortech was saying that he uses the AMSOIL, the pre-foam, and sprays it
Oh
right
no,
in.
I do what's called a triple play. I'll do the performance improver and the upper cylinder lube in the tank, and then the can of power foam. You spray it
Power
into the
foam. That's
throttle
what it
body
is.
while it's running, and it foams up and it cleans all that out. And I do it like every 30,000 miles, just like a normal fuel system service.
So what are you doing? Taking the cold side charge tube off or something?
And you don't do it on diesel. Power foam won't
Oh,
work on
I
a
thought
diesel.
you. Oh, I thought you were working it on the diesel. I'm like, no
No,
shit, the
it'll
No,
UPS
it'll
is
it's
eating
on
that
my
the
right
gas
up,
diesel.
huh?
your diesel will turn that cleaner into fuel.
That's where I
Yeah.
was like, man, that
Yeah.
doesn't. You're taking the cold side pipe off and just
Yeah, no,
juicing it
no,
right
no,
in.
no,
That don't
no.
make
You don't
sense.
don't
No, no,
run
no,
any
no, no,
stuff in
no.
there.
This is on gasoline
This is
engines. Now
gasoline.
they're formulating one for diesel engines. Is what I was trying to say.
I gotcha. The Pink Taco asked a question. Why did you switch from Hot Shot Seekers EDT to Archo? Because the changes were considerably noticeable with the Archo versus the EDT. I'm continuously hearing great results from people that are are very close to mine, 1.1, 1.2 miles a gallon. I just had a guy say he's up 2 miles a gallon, and the regens are way down. Instead of it being 350, 400, he's almost at 500 miles between regens. So that's going to equate to less death. It's going to equate to less post combustion. And I mean, the less regen, less death. That's got to be good for everybody. So,
Mhm.
um,
Probably better for the environment.
probably better.
You're not spraying so much death into the air through your exhaust.
You're such a bad man.
So
You're such
bad.
you're so
I'm
bad.
so bad.
Oh man, Pink Taco just ordered the HS Motorsport lower fuel relocation kits. Hell yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow on Fetter. Would you buy a 96, Cody, would you buy a 96 7.3 with 290 thou on it?
I mean, you don't have much of an option anymore. There's very few low mileage 7.3s out there.
Ooh. What up, Tim Smothers? Let's see. Sub to all your channels now. Definitely love the content. We love you too, BC Electric. I'm sorry, I don't have a 6.0 motor anywhere. Sorry.
6.0 engine, go to who was it? Asheville Engines.
What is this capacity? There's like 3 people in here talking about the oil capacity on 2324 trucks.
Are they allowing it to drain for 20 minutes like you're supposed to?
Yeah, Breck Boy,
My 23 is 15.
Vias, what do you guys
20
let this thing drain
minutes.
overnight?
Hang on, 20 minutes on a drain? Like pull
No,
plug,
No.
20
drain
minutes?
back.
Oh,
Once
no, just
you
let it drain with the plug out,
Oh,
let it get extendo drain.
No, like 20-minute drain back once you fill it up to check oil level.
Oh,
Yeah, you start it and
oh,
check it and then let it sit.
yeah, let it get
My
up to
23
operating
is 15
temperature
quarts.
and then let it sit for 50. Let's pull that up.
I'm
Let's
sure
go
that's going to work
to
out real well in the quick service lane.
Cody. You can probably find
Yeah.
that faster than I can. There's an actual spec for that, specifically more so for the medium duties. That's where we're really having an issue with people not reading the level correct. And when they went to go do their pre-trip, oh, oil's overfilled. Oh, oil's low, and not really getting an accurate reading. Well, we wound up finding the actual spec, and it was to let the vehicle get up to operating temperature and then sit for 15 minutes and then check the oil after that time frame. So I don't know if you guys are doing that. Let me go to the bottom of the chat here. I'm still at the top. Oil level is checked per PTS. I believe that was 10-15 minutes. Okay.
We got it right here.
I'm gonna take that guy's word because he's always in the comments. It seems like he knows what he's talking about, so I wouldn't question him otherwise.
There's
Who's
even a
poking
Torx
me?
spec.
For what?
The oil filter.
Wait till you see the
That's
new
awesome.
torquing socket that I have for the PSD oil filter. A company sent it to me. I'm not going to tell you who. We've talked about them before. And that right there. And right there, what that, it's blue right there in that picture. New one of those. I'm kind of excited to talk about it. So if you guys are into torquing the oil filter,
Oil capacity says 15.
right there,
Scroll down.
Yeah, it doesn't say
Oh, that's-
the
go to
weight.
the owner's manual. Go to the owner's manual. I work at Valvoline and we just keep checking it until the level stops going up. We wait about 5-10 minutes sometimes, but it always stops. 16 quarts puts it in the middle. Interesting. I can assure you that
That's the
15
real life
quarts.
shortcut. Yeah, nobody's setting a timer. They're just like, just keep checking it till it stops going up. He's
Just
got it
keep
dialed
checking.
in.
Very interesting.
Are we talking about a
Propane.
regular or a high output?
I believe
Or
The 23s are all 15 quarts.
24
I
just
know
says
my
15 quarts.
I know my 23 at work is 15.
Is it a 450, 550?
550.
Cody, what did that say about vehicles operating out of the Middle East? Did you catch that?
No,
Oh, there was something in there about vehicles in the Middle East. I want to see what it said. Oh, it's gone.
Cheers from
Okay.
Canada. Question: if you were looking to buy an F450 550 used, low mileage, 2018 or newer, which one would you pick? Well, 2018 to 2021 are my top choices. 2018, 2019, because they were the last of the Aluma-Duty pre 10-speed transmission. So if you want 6-speed, get yourself an 18 or 19. But if you want the 10-speed, I really like it. The exhaust brake works fucking awesome. I genuinely like it. It works really well. You would have 20 or 21. So find you a good 450, 550, but ask yourself if you need it for a 10-speed or a 6-speed.
Check
Give me a
the
few-
hours on it too, though, not just the mileage.
give me a few minutes. I'll find the oil
That is
thing.
a good piece of information. Bearded Vortec, larger pan. I know the upper oil pan's different, so it would have
Throw that
different passages in the exhaust or in the upper oil pan.
I mean, they started at higher capacity with the 1667, 657 50s. If you think about it, that's when they started putting the higher capacities in it.
Yeah.
Fueling.
I'm gonna have to really start paying attention to that. That's really interesting. Speaking of region, this 24 strategies are completely different. That's what I'm saying, different from a 23. This is so hard to track. It has yeah, they 23 implemented a completely different SCR, DPF, and after treatment system. Same parts, just it was completely redesigned. And 24 just tweaked it just enough that they needed to change a few other things. And one of the big differences is that we physically have a fuel line going to the exhaust. Ray,
See,
look how much water is in that pond right now. There ain't nothing. Look behind Cliff. There ain't nothing.
I can't see Cliff.
Oh, you can't see Cliff?
Oh yeah, now I see Cliff. Cliff,
There's
why
like
are you
no
here
water in there.
twice? Cliff's in here twice.
Oh,
No, that pond right now is overflowing across the driveway still.
Wow.
Shitload of rain.
Wow. For show. Recently had a 1567 with a 20 BA. Sure, no problem. Confirmed heater sender assembly had failed. Sure, no problem. Replaced and test drove. Check engine light came back on. Now for P207F. Sure, no problem. So
I love P207F.
and 20EE. So what do you want to do now?
I would put
207F
DEF.
sucks.
I'd put DEF in it.
Hold on. We got this is that was one of two. Here's two of two. Attempted to perform a DEF injector cleaner function, okay, and found by duty cycle for the pump was good at 0 at the injector. Replace injector test drove, no issues after I was done. Okay.
Did you check NCCE to
Yeah,
make sure?
NCCE is a very important. Yeah, JM Synthetics. That thing was we just out. We're driving in a foot of water.
I mean, Cletus was racing down the drag strip in his boat.
That's nuts.
Dude, that
Meanwhile,
guy. That guy. Tell you what.
meanwhile, here we barely got a thunderstorm.
Okay, do you have it pulled up right there? All right, there we
Oh,
go.
we
Check
have
the
a-
engine. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, we're talking about the water. There's an advisory for tomorrow and Friday for rising river waters that could go and flood the roads again. Even though we've had no rain since the storm, it's because of all the runoff is now making its way into the river system, and then the rivers are now overflowing.
It's like cresting.
Yeah, so now it's
Yeah.
like round 2 of flooding. Yeah.
Going through it right now. Y'all don't hear that? Probably not.
Yeah. How about your area? How are you doing? Like, are you flooded out?
I'm personally not, no. But around town, yeah. Tomorrow's supposed to be really bad.
I think they
Not really, really
underreported.
bad, but
Like, are you
it's
still
supposed to be like,
in it right now? Like, is it still going on
yeah,
right now? Dang. All
the
right.
eye's supposed to pass over tomorrow.
Yeah, they underreported this one, I think, like a lot.
Mosquitoes. Drink mojitos. Trying to build a swamp buggy. Yeah, we felt like a swamp buggy. You watch Ray's channel, go to like one of the last little short videos, and yeah, it if you were driving fast and had like a little four banger, little car, yeah, you were done.
Well, you remember that Honda Civic on the other side? It was like parked
Oh,
sideways in the lane.
jacked in the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't make it.
Yeah, for sure. Monitor mode 6 with PTS, man.
I just sent it to you, Ray. That's
You
right
gotta
now.
drive 55 miles an hour for about 10 to 15 minutes. We're done.
Watch. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Watch my video I did probably 3 months, 4 months ago, getting a truck out of D-rate, and I showed you exactly what you need to look at, and it was a steel body truck too.
And remember, mode 6 is not live. You have to exit out and go back into it to refresh.
Very helpful. A-Rod, weigh in. The Baldwin 7379 oil filter. Wow, I haven't used a Baldwin oil filter for the PSD. At 8 microns absolute, and 20 is it too restrictive? What is the stock one? What up, contractor 556? I don't know. Vias probably knows that right off the rip. He knows he's good with that stuff. I don't know. I don't know comparing, contrasting between the Motorcraft one, which we were just talking about a short yesterday, because I had some Motorcraft ones. I got 2124s. I have some old stock 2051s. I have some new PPE high efficiency oil filters, and a lot of people were saying they run the AMSOIL filters. I have yet to run one of the AMSOIL ones, but am contemplating that because they have a large selection of the oils we use. So why not use the oil? Why not use the filter? But PPE sent us a few of them, and I think I actually have one cut apart down at the shop that we probably could make a video to talk about. 10 at 16.
Aaron, I saw one of your commenters had said that the AMSOIL filter is the same as a Fram filter, like Fram's signature series or whatever.
Yeah,
Did you see
I
that
saw
guy?
that. Yeah.
I think you should get one of each and then cut them open. Find out what the deal is.
That might be a good idea. In fact, let me
That's
write myself a note.
That was a very bold claim, I must say, because Fram doesn't have the best reputation, and AMSOIL does. So I find the conflation of the two to be conflicting.
It's
Well,
it's very, very close to a Purelator Boss and very, very close to a Wix. So
give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get a show and tell.
Aaron, you just set off my Siri. How did you do that?
Hey Siri, add 300 pounds of sugar. The shopping
Stupid
cart.
robot servants not listening. Bro, now it's doing it again. Cut it out, Cliff.
What is it? Hey Siri, add ammo to shopping cart.
Okay, you
Didn't do
just
it.
set up. No, it started. It thought about it. I looked down. The phone was like, "Really, really? You said that? Oh, never mind."
Okay, go to.
Hey Siri, order 15 bottles of shampoo.
And yep, she was thinking about it.
Hey Alexa, add 15 pounds of sugar to shopping cart.
There's no Alexa here.
Alexa, hello.
I have no
Oh.
Alexa.
All right, here's a PPE one. They sent this to me a while ago, actually, and I kind of forgot about it. We just been super busy and time goes by really fast. So here's a PPE one already cut open. We cut some open a while ago. 20 FL21 and a 2124. So this is the PPE one. This is reminds me of like hot glue, but it feels rubbery right now. It doesn't feel plastic, it feels rubbery when I dig my nail into it. We have a rubber valve, what am I talking about? Rubber gasket. Decent looking metal edges here. We have the top, looks like that's just blocked off. We have, if you guys can see, okay, there you go, see through the light. The light over here shining through the filter, you can see the insides. Now, a lot of people, I'd say at least a half a dozen people have reached out to me and wanted to know if I knew why there are some discrepancies between the amount of holes that are here. This is one of them. The styles that we're seeing the 2124s come with. And then there are only 5 oval slits in some of them. And they're like, why can we see the anti-drain back valve? It's even, you can see the 4MoCo on it. I don't know. I don't know why they're different. Did they have a difference in supply? I really don't know, guys. But PPE, this is their box right here. I'm reading it with you guys. We have oh, let me go over here. We have 21% more filter media than OEM. What's the other one on the side here? We got high capacity, high efficiency, filtration down to 5 microns. Now, I don't know what the gentleman, PP looks very much like a blown in media element. The orange is a silicone anti-drain back valve. No, it will be okay. The bald one is 8 micron absolute, but if the differential pressure is above 20 psig, it will go to bypass. This filter is best used on the 11 through 19 trucks. Interesting. Interesting. On my third upper oil pan leak, my tech has done a lot of these with no returns. Could it be a warp pan? Absolutely. I don't ever reuse the upper oil pans. Oil pans for the upper series, they replaced. And I'll tell you why. I inadvertently ran into the engineer that was on the 6.7 project. And an hour and a half later, after us running into each other at a schooling event, he told me that he was trying to get it implemented into the workshop manual that when you take the upper oil pans off to replace them, because you can warp them. Sometimes they're stuck on there really good, or whoever's taking them off
They come out, there's
is-
an SM saying that they're coming out of the box warped and it's normal. So
Mm,
out of the box warped, so it's normal.
How does
That's
how is
normal.
warp normal?
There's literally a service message for it.
that's not normal.
Do they think that that just fixes the problem? It's just like, oh, this is normal. So
That's what we've been
Just-
instructed to say. Go to the service message. It's
No
they're
way.
warped
Fill it-
out of the box.
Just put more TA31 on it. It just fill the gap. Like
Mind
I mean-
the gap.
theoretically, wouldn't it unwarp when you bolt it to the bottom of the block?
That's exactly what they say. It will flex to the block.
Okay. Does it
All
really?
I know is I don't reuse pans, and upper oil pans don't come back.
I install early oil pans on everything. I don't install the RTV pans on the 16 or whatever the hell they are to 19.
TA31 and all the brake clean. Let brake clean rain. Just soak it up. Just soak it up. Denko. I don't know if she wound up calling, but we gotta revisit that.
She did, and they
Cool.
called back, so we're playing phone tag because she called back.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
so now we're just all going back and forth playing
Cool.
phone tag
All
with
right,
break
all
clean.
right, all right.
Well, I'm
Cool,
working
cool.
on it though. I'm working on it.
Cool.
There you go. Here it is right there. There's the note.
There's the note. Oh shit. Do not check. Look at that. Do not check because we don't want to keep replacing these under warranty because we don't need to. When the upper oil pan is not bolted to the engine, it's a natural tendency to twist slightly due to the manufacturing process. This condition will not result in an oil leak.
Hmm.
It's right here is the problem.
I like the way they worded
technicians-
that.
That
Yeah.
whole area is the problem.
This is talk of lawyers,
And
not technicians.
so don't use tools. So you have to clean the block surface, but you can't use tools to do it. And then
No.
after you get it cleaned with the tools you can't use,
Look where you are.
use a lint
You
free
got to use a surface prep wipe. Surface prep wipes.
I will
the metal
say
prep
the
wipes.
RTV removing spray actually works really well.
I'd rather
Mhm.
not use it. I cannot, absolutely cannot stand that smell. I hate it.
I
Hate
would
it.
spray it, then go to lunch and come back, and
Mm.
that shit would just fall right off.
I can smell it now. It's like the AC cleaner chemical they use. Man, that shit stunk. Ooh. Man, I don't miss that. That citrus orange. Blech. 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 Oh, turn the fan the other way, buddy.
But yeah,
Lapping
literally
compound.
the way they make it, it's going to be warped. So
Well,
Why don't they make it not warped?
they don't need to. They don't leak out of the factory very often.
Well, how much warpage is acceptable? I mean, can we warp it to 45 degrees and is that normal? Or is there like a spec on how much warpage is acceptable within the tolerance for this pan? Because if we're talking about engineers and they said it's okay to be out of spec, what's the spec? I'm out for blood on this one. That's not normal.
no, it's not.
How can you be out of spec if you don't know what the spec is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Hector Collector just nailed it. Sounds like a made in China situation.
Oh,
That-
you
Why
mean
not
we,
just make it
so
right?
we can't change suppliers? That's the problem. We have no
That's-
influence over the supply chain for that
Actually,
particular
Mexico.
part.
Hector
That's actually
Collector, you'll
Mexico.
take
It's made
bashing...
in Mexico by the Chinese.
Mhm.
There.
He'll take bashing China for 400, Johnny.
I'll take sold out since NAFTA for 1,000.
Why have one oil pan when you can have two with double the leakage spots at quad the cost? Yeah, I mean it makes totally sense, right? We got the guy who's making the workshop manual procedure, who got his 4-year degree in business management, but is never touched a vehicle in his life, but he can put those parentheses and commas and quotations exactly where they need to be, but not really writing information. But maybe he is a puppeteer and is being told what to written. So who's telling him to write this malarkey in the workshop manual? Well, it sure as hell ain't me. It ain't you. It ain't us.
No, every time we tell them what to do, they fire us.
Ooh. Burn. Burn. Oh, you can't be burned if you're on fire.
Where
So,
have the
Those
standards
demands,
gone? Like, I feel like
out the window.
since like 2018, standards for anything are just gone. Like, everything is just built shitty and you have to accept it. And that's it.
yeah,
One should. Okay, here's T
very
Jub.
sad.
T Jub, you're such a bad, sad man. T Jub's got a question for the precog 2026 7 DCR pusher, Banks, big ass filter, cat back, 29K, garage camp, pavement princess. He had a 5% fuel dilution on his January oil lab. Now he has a July is at 4.7. Last fall, we put the truck through 4 to 5 static regens due to 2 bad new tailpipe sensors. Trying to clear the codes, figured out parts department kept giving me the sensor for 8-foot bed. Any help? Fuel dilution. I mean, that is going to be from the post injection process, most likely. If we had a fuel injector that was overfueling, Cody, we would be getting max learn or some DTC for too much stuff going
Yeah.
into the cylinder, right?
Yeah. You get a learn code or even a 87 code if it's bad enough.
I wonder, what is too much?
I mean,
You
there's
know,
not a spec for it.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's down. So what's wrong? That
Only
just
issue I
means
had.
that means he's just doing a what do you want to call it? The other kind of regen. Why he's
Passive.
driving. Yeah, he's doing a passive regens more because it's not having to fuel.
Only issue I had with the truck, I blew the HSM hot side pipe off 3 times since replaced with a tight as hell pusher pipes. Yeah, they them things ain't no joke. Truck is used for short trips and often does not get up to normal operating temp. Hmm. Hmm.
But fuel dilution's down, so I don't see the problem.
Hmm. I don't know. What do we do? A third test, and if it continues to go down, then maybe I know we have not been using any fuel. I'm sorry, we haven't been using any oil additives. A few guys have been getting their test results back and coming back with high potassium. Now, I haven't had my oil sent in quite some time, but for those that are using Blackstones or the BFT, he had Lake Speeds doing his. We have some reputable testing facilities. Are you guys sending it in and getting tested? Is it something you do on a regular? Do you believe in it? Are you doing that so you can do 30,000-mile oil changes? Are you doing it to just know the health of the inside of your truck? Metals, wear, blah, 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 blah. I think I did mine maybe 7,000, maybe. I'll have to look at the email that I had along. Man, maybe 5,000. Gosh, that was so long ago. Interesting, Tom Jubb. We need to we'll have to talk deeper into that. I can't say there's anything wrong.
I mean, if
If there
anything,
was,
he's driving the truck better. 'Cause
if
there's
anything,
less
what?
oil. If anything, he's driving the truck better. It's down,
Mm.
not up.
I did a 2011 6.7 Power Stroke with the plastic pan. Are the newer trucks ever going the way of the 2.7 EcoBoost and going back to the? No, I don't see them doing that at all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. American Diesel Tech. Is that Andrew? No, no kidding. What up, dude?
Not Andrew, not Viking
Oh,
Andrew.
oh, gosh, I thought his name was Viking Tech. I wish they'd
That's a
make the
different Andrew.
hood and top part of the fenders tilt. Yeah. I mean, that would be cool and all. Be kind of different.
Then you just gotta take the whole hood off to get to the front of the motor.
Yes, arch oil comes back with high potassium. Anything, sorry, the arch oil, oil additive. If you got a Huey, dump that stuff in the Huey. That stuff worked good. The fuel system, the 6.7, we just really don't need the oil additive up in that. Power stroke maintenance sent his in for testing. He had some arch oil left in it. Potassium was like, he is actually going to be here tomorrow. We have a pusher to do. We have some HSM stuff to do. We got a couple sensors in the exhaust we're gonna do. And I don't know, I think that was it. Some other silly stuff. He does send his oil in quite often, and he's got some good feedback with his intervals, because this guy, man, I don't know, you hot shot dudes. I drove to Florida for 16 hours. Okay. That's just one way. You guys go back and forth, 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 and then you make a left-hand turn and you go the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast, East Coast. How do you stay behind? I love the Subarus, bro. I love them. They're my life. I can't stand behind. I can't do it, bro. That's just, you guys are crazy. Man puts like 10,000 miles a month on his truck. That's crazy. So we're gonna be doing some maintenance upgrades for Power Stroke maintenance, so that yes, he does need an eye dash. We're gonna chat with him about that. But staying up on it, I remember when he had under 100,000, and he's got considerably, I think he's almost at 180, maybe 170.
Yeah, he's at like 177, I think, or
170,
175 was
okay.
his last video.
But yeah, he's definitely one that is up on everything. We did a disaster prevention kit a couple years ago, maybe, and since then he's gotten into the hot shot business, hauling trailers back and forth from what's it, Muncie, Indiana, where they make all the tow behind trailers. I guess there's a big,
He goes all over the country.
man.
He's all over the place.
And now have our attention bulletproofing 6.7s. Yeah, that's usually what they come in for. We don't use that term, but we've gotten a good mod spreadsheet, email list of everything that is functional, something that you're going to put on your truck. You're going to notice a difference. It's going to add ease of serviceability, maintenance. A lot, I would say 80% of our clientele base has 10,000 pounds or more hooked up to the back of their Super Duty multiple times a week. And one of those being the RV community. And these people are going from coast to coast. They're going from park to park, and in between these, they're putting on 1,200, 1,500 miles, 2,000 miles. Well, two of them trips, three of them trips, you're already at an oil change. So what do you do? Do you have this big contraption of oil pans set up and all these pig mats and stuff so you don't make a mess at the RV site? Or do you do some preemptive add-ons, some mods that help the maintenance aspect of your Super Duty that much better, i.e. these HSM filters? So much easier to do the maintenance. The cost, fill filter kit, I don't know, they're $120 at the store. These filters, you get the Baldwin, you get the Donaldson, you're looking at probably 40, 50, 48, $50 for the two filters that you're virtually getting maybe a couple drips of fuel out. You're not whoosh, Still have your water and fuel sensor. You have a really nice, you have a wide variety of filters. It comes with the cat filter, but we took our cat filter off and actually put the Donaldson one on. That allowed us to put the clear water bowl. I like being able to see my fuel. I take down, get a knee. Ray has some cat ones on his truck that hang in kind of the same location in mine, but being able to see your fuel is that much better. Why not? We have the option. I want to see it. HSM's got some nice kits for these trucks. So um yeah, Elkhart, that's what I meant, not Muncie. Elkhart. Yep. No, Elkhart, Indiana. Yeah, King Ranch I-Dash, still good for the gassers. Pedal Monster, still good for the gassers. Via says 2324, my truck ran 187 hot with 1030, but runs 197 with 5 W40s. C-Dub, testify. You'd like it. I have DS 80% talked into the pedal monster with that. He needs a little push if you speak to him. Well, he was going to be coming out tonight, but because of that backlogged rain, it has pushed him into a early slumber for tonight so that he can get all of his lawns cuts. What is the gear oil spec for the front diff on current PSEs? 8090. 8090 if you don't have the tremor. If you got the tremor, you'd have the limited slip. So I'd have to look it up, but you might have 8090, but you might need to add frick mod to that. So that stinky, real stinky stuff on top of the stinky fluid. So yeah. Big interested big interest, I should say, in this BG stuff. I'm actually gonna reach out to one of the reps we talked to last week. He had got me some good information. I think it's worth talking about, finding out some more info about this diesel stuff. The customer talking through email, the one talking on the phone, not yesterday, the day before, was asking me about that fast EGR contraption on it. I haven't watched their video all the way through. I saw some pictures of it and I just, oh man, I don't know if that's something I would see putting on my truck for the
Carb
gens.
in carb compliant states. Yes.
Correct. But for the guys that just have the stock trucks running the different mods at the pusher, I mean, we're having fine running the I-Dash and monitoring regens and having EGR flow, taking off the pusher pipes and looking at the back of the throttle body. Or if you guys have rerouted that CCV to either go back into the engine, a lot of that stuff will accumulate, and the cleaners, are they going to take care of it? I think it's something to look into, and I'm going to definitely do that because a lot of people want to do an enhanced oil change. So, hey, what else can you offer me? Ray and I were talking about it. Do you offer the customer oil change A, or do you offer an oil change B? Oil change B, meaning, we're going to do this extra side thing. And you let the customer know, hey, we had this stuff into your tank, we had the stuff into your fuel. We'll see you next service, blah, blah, blah. And have them.
The good, better,
feeling.
best.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people
Good,
like
better,
options.
best.
People like options. I like options. I like being able to have some make a decision. Good, better, best. Like, what do I really want to do? When you go to buy brakes for your beater, do you buy the vented slotted rotors and the ceramic cart? Man, I'm not spending $1,000 on freaking brake parts for my 400,000 mile car. Okay, well, do you get the good, or do you get the middle? So it's like you find out what your application is and kind of go from there. So choices are definitely a plus. No negative on the front. LSD on the tremors. Okay. I appreciate your bias. Everybody, we appreciate you. Oh, Dave 76, what's up, man? He just came in over there in the Aussie land. We appreciate you, buddy. Everybody, stay tuned to Friday, because I made a video talking about something that you all look for on your truck, but maybe aren't comfortable finding it. Knowing's half the battle, and I am going to help you know. Knowing is half the battle. And that's what I'm here
G.I.
to
Joe.
do.
I couldn't help it, man. Sorry.
You guys are all so bad. I appreciate
So
you
bad.
watching.
So bad,
Cliffy,
man.
Bearded Fortech, and DS is dreaming about us. I'll see you guys all later. See Peace Garage. How do I stop this?